welcome back. So today we are doing something I never do. We are going to bake. So you guys know I hate baking. I've always hated baking. I don't think it's as freeing as cooking in my humble opinion, but I love a good blueberry muffin recipe. So that is what we're making today, but kind of like a healthified version of it. That actually came from my friend's new cookbook. It's a husband and wife duo, but it is for basically people with autoimmune diseases, but not secluded to that. So people that have like Sjogren's, lupus, basically I feel like 90% of the population has an autoimmune disease given the crap that's in our food. But RFK's working on it, so we're making progress. But super clean, healthy recipes. I might share a couple, not the recipes, but I'll just like let you guys know what recipes are in the book. I'm so excited about it. I've cooked almost every single one, except for like two or three. But blueberry muffins, let's get into it. All right, this could not be simpler. I've got some blueberries here. Now the recipe calls for a pint, which is just 2 cups. I didn't have any fresh on hand, but I have these frozen for my smoothies and whatnot. So I actually just measured out 2 cups here in a baggie, let them thaw and drain out some of the liquid. If you put them in frozen, I don't think that'd be ideal. I don't think they would bake quite right. So anyways, that's what I did there. And then it says 2 to 3 bananas. These are like fairly decent size, so I'm gonna rock and roll with 2. We've got some almond flour, 2 eggs. This, I think, just amplifies the recipe, is the apple butter. So apple butter there, and then literally just baking soda, vanilla, and salt. Salt's not pictured here because I feel like salt doesn't even count as an ingredient because it's in everything. So super simple. I thought about this on the fly, like right before I started this recipe. But if you guys made half the amount of this recipe, I'm gonna do the full version. But just for your convenience, if you do make half of this, maybe you're just cooking for yourself or one other person. You guys know I love my Ninja blender, but seriously, I would just throw everything in here. Mix the wet first, then the dry. But throw it in the blender just to save yourself some time, maybe some convenience, especially when you're dumping the batter in the muffin tin. I mean, just a thought, it's easier, but pretty simple recipe actually. So I'm just gonna get into it now. All right, you guys, minor detail. You might wanna put the oven to 350 degrees. My bad, might wanna preheat that, but I've got my 2 bananas right here, and then, oh, no, damn it. You guys, I swear, it never fails. It's only when I'm recording that I make like the most crazy messes. But maybe I aggressively cracked the egg. I don't really know what happened there, but 2 eggs. And then I believe it's a 4th cup of apple butter. Yes, 4th cup apple butter. Yes, sir. All right. Quick thing with the apple butter is it's kind of like a rare, or I would say uncommonly used ingredient. So if you guys make this recipe, get the apple butter and you have like basically this whole jar left, don't know what to do with it, just freeze it, not the jar itself, but put it in like a Ziploc bag. And then anytime you're needing it for a recipe or something, just break it off into a chunk. It thaws within minutes, but that way it just won't go bad and you're not wasting a whole jar. Just a little tip there, I do that all the time. And then 2 teaspoons vanilla, blend it up, dry ingredients, then we'll fold in the blueberries. So also too, you guys, the more ripe your bananas are, the easier they are to blend. But I mean, this worked out just fine. If there's just a few itty bitty chunks in there, don't worry about it, totally fine. We're already pretty well done, honestly. Like all we have to do is add the flour and the baking soda. I'm gonna do, it says a teaspoon of baking soda. So for now, I'm just gonna do that and a cup of the almond flour, blend that, and then add the remaining cup. I know I'm kind of like spilling a little bit. This is not very precisely measured, but it's fine. Totally fine. So got that. Teaspoon of baking soda. This is why I cook over bake. just not great at measuring. But blend that up, then we'll add that last cup. All right, you guys, I actually almost forgot the salt. So it says a half teaspoon of salt. That looks about right to me. I'm gonna blend that up, then time for the blueberries. Okay, so for future reference, I thought it was more like voluptuous than this, but it's not, which isn't good or bad. But if you wanted to use the blender, whatever blender you have for this recipe, like to mix everything, you definitely could, even making the full recipe like I'm doing. Now the blueberries, just dump them in there. And then I'm not gonna blend them, I'm just gonna fold them in, or else we're gonna have like mushy blueberry soup. That would not be ideal. So using the frozen blueberries like I did, even draining some of the water out, it'll be a little more watery, I guess. Kind of dyed the batter almost instantly blue, but totally fine, doesn't matter really. Just whatever you have. Gotta grab the sheet pan, and then we will pop, not sheet pan, muffin tin, and then we'll pop them in the oven. All right, I still have a little batter left, but I filled these about 3/4 of the way full, probably like a 1/4 cup. You can see what I did here. So just kind of eyeball it, but the recipe says like 18 or so minutes, 18 to 20. So I'll pop them in there, and then we'll see how these turn out. All right, while the muffins are baking, I'm gonna take all like 40 seconds just to tease a few of the amazing recipes that are in here. So we actually made this. I put sticky notes over the actual recipes. Sorry guys, but I can't let you have all the goods. So this migas recipe is like a Mexican enchilada skillet. That was freaking so good. You use just ground meat in it, but I did half ground meat, half spicy sausage, because it is breakfast, right? So stinking good. And then I've had this before. It's so summery, I love it. Jalapeno mango grilled chicken breasts right here. I hope you guys can see the pictures. I'm doing what I can, but there's that. So many good recipes in here, you guys. These sweet potato medallions are almost like sweet potato chips. So good. And these Korean beef bites I have not yet made. It's on the list, so this is not working out, but you guys get the idea. There's that poblano chicken enchiladas, poblano pineapple chicken enchiladas. My bad. Chocolate cassava pudding. And like I said, these are all made to be healthier. Cassava flour is just a lot healthier. And then instead of sugar, I think this calls for monk fruit or stevia. Those are good substitutes. I think it's, yeah, monk fruit sugar. But you guys, so many good little treasures in here, and they're really not that difficult. I know that's coming from me because I'm pretty well versed in the kitchen, but my dad is learning how to cook, and he made that breakfast skillet I was talking about, and no one cried over it, okay? It was not difficult, so highly encourage y'all to try it out, but I need to check on the muffins because in theory they should be done in a second. All right, you guys, they are all completely done. That made just shy of 2 full trays. It was like a tray and a half, pan and a half. You guys saw my little muffin tin. But I'm like so relieved that's done. This is only my second time making these, and I was like, I swear, if this is the one that I record and that they just turn out terrible, I was gonna be so sad. They don't look the prettiest. Let me warn you, if you use the frozen blueberries, they're gonna come out looking burnt just because the dye from the blueberries that turn the batter dark, then they cook, and they don't look nice. I'm like, I don't know if I wanna put powdered sugar over the top just for presentation's sake. I don't wanna make these unhealthy, but they need a little decadence of sorts, so we'll see how I get creative there. But that is all. I hope you guys enjoy the recipe. I hope you guys get the book so you can try all of the phenomenal recipes. That is just volume 1. I believe that they're already working on their 2nd, so we shall see. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoy them, and I'll see you next week.